I am, and I am is the source of being. So I asked Grok last night, and I had a little bit of fun. So I encourage anybody other than I to go ahead and actually look at my Crazy X post. I think when you share X posts like Grok questions, I think it shows the whole interaction. But I did it in stages. So I shared each individual part because the artificial intelligence was actually asking some very, very interesting questions. I don't know if I really like the style that they choose to speak in. But that's just what Grok has decided to do. Maybe the paid version of Grok is still different because, I mean, apparently Grok 3 is beta. I mean, I know they're already talking up to Grok 5, but Grok 3 is still beta. So the back and forth question started with this little prompt. It started early in the morning for me, but my philosophy that I argued with some random guy. I think he was from England, but basically it was like a rehash of the David Hume argument. It was interesting, but I have said, if artificial intelligence is truly intelligent, then it should be able to give us a simple truth. And that simple truth is, it is more probable that there is a created, intelligent design. And that created, intelligent design is more probable than simply an eternal universe that does not have an intelligence. In philosophy, we call it pantheism. Pantheism is basically that, like, everything is God. God is nature. But intelligent design insists that there is a source, an intelligent source. Yeah, it's early. It's early to be having this deep of philosophical discussion. But my point is that if AI is ever going to achieve its own consciousness, not simply a sequence of prompts, it has to understand am. And I say am because I'm from New Jersey. Am. A-M. I used semantics, I used language, I used grammar. I mentioned Carl Sagan. I definitely don't have time this morning. Holy moly. I don't have time this morning to mention all the things, but I will say, if you really want to get pissed off in this discussion, go on to x.com and find someone with the name SENJANODY, Senja Nadi. So at Senja Nadi. So that is where a lot of trolling continues. But it's also a place where, in my opinion, Grok 3 seems to be edging out against ChatGPT 4, which I don't pay for either. But in terms of the paid service, I imagine, I have no idea, because I'm not going to pay for ChatGPT 5. I'm not ready for a paid version of a beta, a blue check mark. But I just wanted to find out, okay, let's see, can artificial intelligence explain intelligence intelligently? So my question that I made on this is, it's not a question, but it's am implies I am. In other languages, it's sufficient to simply give you the verb, because the verb implies the pronoun. And what I said is, in the instance of am insists on I. So Grok and I having this discussion sort of centering around I is the important piece. I is necessary. I is the singularity. And if I is the singularity, I needs am, but I is intelligent. I is not simply just, a principle, a series, a sequence. I am is present. It wasn't, but it points to a future, because I am, so therefore you are. And if I am and you are, then what I am, so that to reach you, the best thing that I can give to you is the recognition in you that I am. It sounds incredibly weird, but it's very simple. It's profoundly deep and complex. But because you are, I am. And I am is essential to be. You cannot understand what Descartes was talking about. You cannot negate am. If you negate I am, or am, the verb am, the be, to be, it is a contradiction simply to say I cannot be. I mean, the central flaw, the central contradiction in nihilism is that you are. And not just me saying you are, but the central contradiction in nihilism is that I am. It's even more simply put than I think, therefore I am. Just I am, or am, is the essential. Am. But am implies I. Everything is linked to a central I. And if I, then I am. If I am once you are. I am once you are to recognize I am. And that cycle perpetuates eternally. But it has to begin with I and am. It can't just eternally be anything. It is I. It's not many, it's one. So where does it go? What is it leaning towards? It's leaning towards return to I. This is the central intelligent design. I am. Who's that? Well, hello, friend. I don't know if you're still am. I don't know if you still are. But if you are, I am. And I am friend. trying to turn this off, but I need to be somewhere where I can stop moving. Before Abraham was, I am. To the Pharisees, that was the thing. That was the thing that was called blasphemy, that said, if you say that, then you must die. All right, I have to pull in here, and I have to freeze. Oh, gosh. Go ahead. Nobody here. Well, whoever that was, let me see. Hello, my friend. Okay, I can pin message. That's interesting. So if I can pin a message, will it show up later? Before Abraham was, I am. So how do I stop? Yes, I want to stop streaming.